Imagine a city where the sound of honking cars is replaced by the gentle lapping of water, where shimmering canals take the place of busy streets, and where the main mode of transport isn't a car, but a boat. It sounds like something out of a fantasy novel, doesn't it? But this place is real. Today, we're journeying to a city that has defied modern urban planning. A place with no roads, no cars, just a mesmerizing labyrinth of waterways that has defined its very existence for centuries. This isn't Venice, the city you might be thinking of. We're going somewhere less known, but equally enchanting. Welcome to Getaways, a village in the Netherlands often called the Venice of the North. But unlike its Italian counterpart, Getaways offers a unique tranquility. Here, life moves at a different pace, dictated by the flow of water. The village was founded around the year 1230, and its unique structure wasn't a deliberate design choice for tourism. It was born out of necessity. Early settlers were digging for peat, a source of fuel. Over time, the pits they dug filled with water, creating lakes and the intricate network of canals we see today. The only way to transport the peat was by boat, and so, a water-based society began to form. Think about your daily routine. You wake up, maybe grab your car keys, and drive to work or to the grocery store. In Getaways, residents hop into a punter, a traditional flat-bottomed boat propelled by a long pole. This is how they visit neighbors, get their mail, and even how emergency services, like the fire brigade, operate. Over 180 wooden bridges arch over the canals, connecting the small, peat-formed islands where beautiful thatched-roof farmhouses stand, each looking like it's straight out of a fairy tale. These bridges are the only roads for pedestrians. Everything else, from moving furniture to a simple grocery run, happens on the water. This unique lifestyle, born from practicality, has now become its biggest attraction. So, what is it really like to visit a place with no roads? The moment you arrive, you leave the noise and stress of the modern world behind. You park your car on the outskirts of the village, because beyond that point, they simply aren't allowed. Your adventure begins on foot, crossing charming bridges, or, more excitingly, by renting your own boat. You don't need any experience. You can rent an electric whisper boat, so named because their silent motors don't disturb the peace. As you glide through the canals, you're not just a tourist. You're participating in the local way of life. You'll float past stunning 18th and 19th century farmhouses with immaculate gardens bursting with hydrangeas and roses. You'll see locals tending to their gardens, waving as you pass by. There's a sense of community and connection here that's hard to find in a bustling metropolis. The absence of cars creates an atmosphere of profound serenity. The only sounds are the quacking of ducks, the whisper of the wind through the reeds, and the quiet hum of your boat's motor. It's this deep sense of peace that captivates visitors. In our hyper-connected, fast-paced world, a place like Getaways offers a rare chance to disconnect and slow down. It forces you to be present, to notice the small details, the way the light reflects on the water, the intricate woodwork on a bridge, the vibrant colors of the flowers. This isn't just a sightseeing trip, it's a sensory experience. It's a form of therapy. But how does a community survive, and even thrive, without the infrastructure we consider essential? The answer lies in adaptation and a deep respect for tradition. Tourism has become the lifeblood of Getaways. The very thing that made life challenging for early settlers. The water is now the resource that sustains the village. Local businesses, from quaint canalside cafes and restaurants to museums and boat rental companies, all cater to the visitors who flock here, eager to experience this unique way of life. The old Mawatuse Museum, for example, is a preserved farmhouse that gives you a glimpse into what life was like in Getaways a century ago. It shows how families lived self-sufficiently, relying on the water for everything. The villagers have masterfully balanced preserving their heritage with embracing tourism. They understand that the charm of their home lies in its authenticity. They are not just running a tourist attraction. They are sharing their home and their history with the world. This balance is delicate. The popularity of Getaways has soared, especially with the rise of social media. Photos of its picturesque canals and storybook houses have gone viral, drawing millions of visitors each year. This presents a challenge. How do you maintain the tranquility that everyone comes for when so many people are coming? The community is actively working on sustainable tourism solutions, encouraging visitors to come during the off-season and promoting respect for the local residents' privacy. The story of Getaways is a powerful reminder that there are alternative ways of living. It challenges our assumptions about what a city or a community needs to function. It proves that a life deeply intertwined with nature isn't a relic of the past, but a viable, and perhaps even more desirable, model for the future. In an age where we are constantly seeking ways to live more sustainably and to reduce our carbon footprint, a carless city powered by quiet electric boats and human-powered punters seems less like a novelty and more like an inspiration. What makes people want to share videos and stories about Githern so widely? It's because it taps into a universal human longing for peace, simplicity, and beauty. It's a place that feels both real and magical. It represents an escape, a dream of a quieter life. When you see a photo of Githern, you don't just see a pretty village. You imagine yourself there, gliding on the water, breathing fresh air, and leaving all your worries behind on the shore. It's a powerful, aspirational vision, and we can't help but want to share that feeling with others. It's a testament to the idea that sometimes, the most innovative way forward is to look back at simpler, more harmonious ways of living. So, the next time you're stuck in traffic, surrounded by the noise and fumes of a modern city, take a moment to picture this. A place where waterways are highways, where silence is golden, and where life flows as gently as the canal. Githern is more than just a tourist destination. It's a living, breathing example of how a community can thrive, not in spite of its unique challenges, but because of them. It shows us that progress doesn't always mean more roads and faster cars. Sometimes, it means having the wisdom to preserve a quieter, more connected way of life. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey to the incredible roadless city of Githern. If you found this story as fascinating as I did, please hit that like button and share it with someone who dreams of a more peaceful world. And don't forget to subscribe for more adventures to the world's most unique places. See you next time.